played it. So already an aggressive start. Durka looking to try and get in their face as much as humanly possible. And well, manages to get that opener onto Adacaptain.
He's found himself an opening, and they're looking to crunch on it, but a big play by FUT, wrapping themselves around. They've made it to the south side as Zeus picks up a triple. This round has quickly fallen into FUT's hands, and now with just one player left to fall, it is the new gun that has to face off against almost the...
Gonna slam you into the ground. Like, they are a team of 50-50s, it seems, all the way through the matchup, and they'll really put to a test. Ow, what set up they are! Okay, Zeus. Just looking for some start points out of the fourth! It might only be against those kills, and he's just giving it to Mr. Fallen.
I hope he doesn't try that with the Outlaw, though. That'll be a different game altogether. Very aggressive from Zeus, and he'll lose his life. Durka waiting
behind Cracks, looking to hold the line in front of them. And they kind of already have the attack boxed in, but that kill onto Cracks opened things up.
Yeah, there's a lot of weaknesses for FUT. Losing those opening duels just makes it so much harder. The pressure on as they attempt to crunch towards Arcade. Les is having none of it, cleaning up the kills before he meets Yedege. But a one versus...
She's going to try and sneak up behind them. A nasty surprise if nobody's paying attention, but a couple of players watching. He'll take one. Almost manage a second as well. A little bit of extra damage, but...
It was champs in Korea. Like, that feeling was kind of surreal.
Governor's up and over as well with a TP. That's a reveal. Well, to save, they still want to take this fight straight up into their face. Trex decided not to break it, waiting for reinforcements first. Right out through here, trying to take point and contact. Still kicks. You cannot be dominating this. My God, a six-piece available, and here.
The molly that delays, and they won't be able to execute off that utility falling. Looks like Vitality are trying to find another approach, and Sivov opens that avenue.
Yeah, well, the thing is, FUT knew almost exactly where they were, but it still seemed like Mr. Fallen was caught off guard by that. They're going to try and re-aggress off the back of the stun. The shot's not quite connecting. A solid counter flash thrown out by the attack side, and now they look to wrap back in, still having that additional information. Yedege, though, Zeus spraying through, still trying to get
on this B side of the map with Cracks sneaking down below. This is a powerful setup.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time either. Spike already dropped onto the ground, and it's left all onto Sivov. Zeus already putting that first nail in the coffin, but even just surviving here is going to be nigh on impossible. The spike plant will go down at least, but you are boxed into a corner, trapped with your opponents standing in line. You need both shots immediately, and he won't even get one. FUT with a fantastic defensive round and an immediate response.
Many a player would have panicked there in that 3v1, ran in to try to end the round on time.
They're going to get blasted. Like, they need to start catching some of these players. And while Vitality's goal so far has just been to garner as many orbs as possible, Dirk walk into that same Cypher setup, this time on B.
Stun, I don't think landed. Yedege safely able to spray down his trap that was repositioned earlier. Nets him one with Durka falling. Now the fight in the open going just as well. Sure, he'll fall eventually, but limited time and even more limited weaponry remaining. This is a clean round from the side of FUT.
Cracks full blinded him.
I think with that quick springboard into sight, that's fantastic. Zeus dodges the stun, looks for the fight. That is Durka on the other side, but he's not deterred, and maybe he should have been. Plenty of players backing him up, and Zeus down. Adacaptain looks to fill his boots, but boots of lead, they're sinking in this round.
It's all-out aggression. They're literally just trying to stop Vitality before they can even get anywhere near any part of the map. And it does almost feel like Zeus has just been told to be disrespectful. Cracks. Okay, he definitely wanted to. He is going to. Straight through. Oh, the spray is not pretty. One completely blind, and it is 1v1 Jules galore for this round. Every single fight being taken, and so far, every single one being lost. It's only Yedege standing. Economy, it's not bad, but it's not as good as you might think for the side of FUT. It's looking like he's going to attempt to do some damage here. And he's going to fail.
4-1 up, you see Durka.
Just like, let's just disrespect the hell out of them. Like, we just have the better players. Because just going back again, he's just swinging it. And Adacaptain alongside him. They're just dry peeking.
This makes a difference, being together on that swing. Stuns traded out, Sivov gets close. He's so aggressive, and look at his reward. A double pickup, An ult burned up by Adacaptain for nothing, all thanks to that reposition. Ult's online for Vitality. How this isn't the round where they'll need them. Sivov is carrying them across the finish line in this one. And it's Yedege with a stinger in a 1v3. If he can take a couple down, even force an ultimate out, that would be an ideal scenario. But there is no chance? Okay, if he made it around that corner, I start to get...
Swaps off his utility. He was setting up salvos, but he knows there's going to be someone in this corner ready to try and fight him. And well, it's going to get both of them. Somehow he still makes it work.
But they've lost the site now. Plan can be acquired safe. Spike goes back towards that site. The smokes are down, but not for too much longer. The decision needs to be made.
Trying to find it.
That's a very open plan, but he's going to get it in. I mean, this is fantastic. Zeus super low HP if he can swing through and catch them off, but Les wasn't really sticking that fight. Yedege just on the other side, and that ultimate gets them info. They'll know exactly where these last two players are. They've got them boxed in, and it's Yedege who's looking to finish them off. The cam for the info, and he hoped that he could catch Les off. Ability in from kicks, he might be able to stop them, but it's already halfway. Time pressure is on, reload is heard, spam's coming through, and not quite landing, and the repeat gets them across the line! And inside of A main, not going to be available for the retake to play through those smokes, as we've seen plenty of times before. Late play by Les. He's been spotted though, and now they're coming back to this two-man setup. The high-low grabs the kill, and now a huge advantage for FUT. Kicks and safe, in fact just safe, last alive. The spike down, up above, he needs a...
They managed to hold on to all of those positions, and I think Vitality were caught off by what is a bit of an unorthodox position. Look at Zeus again, he's just running it down.
Big north side play, they've got south of B covered in by the trap, but this means one less for Yedege to play off of on the site, and pressure is on him. A lot of weaker weapons here for Vitality as they get aggressive. Ult popped by Durka, an opportunity to really turn this back in their favor as they've pressured the weaker side. And FUT left into a very disadvantageous spot. Rolling Thunder will be committed from FUT. They really want this round, and understandably, but put them with a leg up at the half no matter what happens next. But Sivov's put Yedege in the dirt. They've made it to the side at least, but those smokes soon to fade. Safe falls. Okay, they need a few more kills though, and it's mainly up towards heaven. Orbital Strike will be pulled into play, getting them a pick as well with Zeus falling. The spike still needing to be defused. The smoke's no longer blocking them. Krax goes pushing, but he is caught as well. Everybody stepping up to the play. Is on the corner. Krax is here ready with the flash. Use the stun to start with. Try to force that aggression, and oh, they're going to wish they had that flash in a little earlier.
This last position looking to come in from behind. Salvos to force them more into the open and hoping space can be made, and it has been. Dirk has done well. There is Les, as I said. It seemed like he was completely unnoted by the opposing side, and Sivov is there to strike once again.
Aftershock in play as well.
They're so far out of the sight.
There's no way that this can go his way. It's a stat farming round. Too cool for it. Also, he wants his utility, but no, it's because he's too cool. He's playing the cool card. Oh, Salvo's in, and okay, forced forward is out of captain. A little bit delayed to the rest of the squad thanks to that util and FUT. Well, they're pumping the brakes on this, hoping that Yedege can find value, and that he does.
Been good so far. He even manages to double up onto kicks as they are trying to catch him out around his own cage. Durka and Les. Deadliest of duos. First will come for free. A tiny tag to Durka, but still a whole lot to be found. This fight versus Anna Captain could be everything. The smoke lasting an extortionate amount of time. That means they're going to go past each other, but Anna Captain might just have the drop on his opponent. It just depends when he peeks around the corner, but he doesn't manage to land the shots. And both players now within the tower. The main issue is that time has been ticking. A stun available, a knife if needed, but the fact is Krax already just looking to swing out, and with the clock already gone, there really isn't any more time for Les. It needed to be the insta-kills, and in the end, it's Krax to call.
Through the standard spawn of the south. Stun looks good. Looks very good.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. The weaker weaponry has been absolutely slaughtered. I don't mind the idea of Vitality moving as a unit in an attempt to try and cause a little bit of extra damage, but FUT are well aware.
For Les, with just the classic, Zeus is pushing him. Chance for one, but not when Zeus has got that rifle in hand.
He loves Chaos, although he's been playing a lot of Fade recently. I think those are his two. Durka, operator, doesn't have the shields, and he's just about going to get out of there. His counterpart of Zeus that was the main person to highlight in that previous half has already gone down. Mr. Fallen has just gone walking through the smoke. It seems like Les is more than aware and will be able to hold on, but not for long. The trade out eventually.
Here we go. Salvo's online, being lined up as we speak, but Adacaptain, he's got a read on the timing. Stun goes in. Beautiful from Adacaptain, disrupting the...
The delay's good. Les has managed to buy time. Full rotation in. Adacaptain is looking to try and do this once again. But already, Safe has managed to do well. A single kill. I think he's even picked up a rifle in the mix of everything, but is quickly dealt with.
That flash was actually very good, but because Seavoff didn't see anyone, they don't go swinging out through it. They don't want that battle. Decide to wait a moment longer, but that is their downfall in that duel. Durka will save this weapon again. At least he'll try. And you can see how quickly FUT are pushing into the spawn, realizing he's going to want to carry this forward. Now, only one player's got the right read. It's Mr. Fallen. Right place, but is it right time with Durka holding the angle? He's walking right into it. A free pickup. They hasten their pace towards the spawn. They'll catch him. He's going to be trapped inside of main. Crossing out. They'll catch him as he does, and the angle's good. Both swinging at the same time. Patience. Oh, they managed to take it in the end.
They had a lot of momentum. That was what seemed to change within that series. It's been a little while since we've seen that.
Traps being tripped. For now, that's not the case. The plant comes in before any fall. Durka, the flash catches him. Beautiful work from Mr. Fallen. And he follows up with the kill onto Kicks 2. Less Safe and Seavoff, they've got it all to do, and the money's not great. The chances aren't looking fantastic. They might want to consider a save at this point.
They've got to be nervous of the post-spawn as well. They could literally be anywhere. The way the FUT have been playing was so aggressive that you can even see just the nerves. There's 15 angles they need to check all at once, and the players just swinging one by one.
Vitality in the next round. It's looking like this won't be one they have too much of a say in. Like you said, Durka's ult unlikely to be committed, and you can see why he's dealt with so quickly. The pistol's in play, okay, good stun, but they can't follow up on it because there's two more players on the angle holding for that peak. The opportunities being given away are slim to none. I mean, I do see Adacaptain getting a bit aggressive, but again, that's because Zeus is there. There's two players on the site with that bit more of a passive hold, just peeking off the flashes. Sometimes peeking out wide, as Krax just gets punished, but you know, even economy management's not really in the realm of conversation here. FUT got so many credits. They will be good to go for many rounds to come.
Immediately smoked off the angle so they can flash through it.
Oh, it's nasty. The double flashes too, but Kicks still manages to walk away with one. The trades, though, are there as the op steps into play. Durka lands himself one. Ult activated, throwing everything at this one, and he'll lose his life immediately.
They need to make a move, and the crossfire setup should make it impossible. They are well aware of Les's position, but he'll find both anyway. Around.
Comes the big push. Molly up top, but Safe is the second player in the setup. Big swing around the back, but Les gets nothing. And now this becomes very troublesome indeed. If they get the plant here, Rolling Thunder for post-plant. Zeus actually the one looking for the plant. Instead, it's going towards Adacaptain.
They baited it.
Just a bait to start. Rolling Thunder used up as Yedege is running it down. Information in play. They know exactly where Durka is. No smokes to block him off, but no need to peek him either. And going running in there with the op with no ult to fall back on, it's not going to look too pretty. He's going to take down 5 players. In fact, he's only got 4 shots in his magazine. This one looking like it's too tall a task to ask. It's 3 players lined up in a firing squad. Yedege, the safety in this play, to swing in and close it out. Just moments away from connecting their own map pick. 13.
Looking to get straight off to the races. Safe will do a lot of early damage, but he's also taken a lot of early damage.
Yedege with the opening pressure on him, though. Durka quick to trade it out, and the site seems to be theirs. They still have to cross through, though. Zeus dealt with, and that'll at least get a plant out of this situation. A 3 versus 4. Vitality of so many players inches away from death.
without a captain and a classic, definitely nervous. Les looking to try and get back around, but it's already Durka within that site. Managing to get it to half. They've got to be a little bit careful. Spam's coming through. They're going to try and body block this and just stick it, but there comes the double. Oh, from behind, Krax has managed to find some, though. That time is ticking away. Les is going to be revealed. He knows roughly where he is. Needs to land the shot. He's run out of bullets. It will be Les to get a freebie. Oh, Krax
is going to be put to play by Vitality. And how he can perform now that he's on that duel list. Already opening up Mr. Fallen down.
Which has been on the tail and have the potential of being caught with utility in hand. For now, FUT have next to nothing to play with. Am even getting seized? Still had a captain, almost manages to get the job done. This is literally what made that Haven comp work initially. Was, okay, we're just gonna take save one of the best duelists in the world last year, or at least.
But Vitality are in a very healthy position. This is effectively a full buy with Sevov picking up the mantle of that Marshall. But now the Vitality have holding on the site. That nade though is going to force Krax into the open. A battle Dirk is happy to take. The site now under pressure. Zeus comes in to fill the gap.
Got 15 seconds.
Patiently as the time ticks away. Yeah, they need to make a move. Although now he's been spotted. No more element of surprise. Big swing from Sevov. They found their pick, but they need the plant. 6 seconds on the clock and out of ammo. Yenajay goes down, but they've managed to get that plant in. Sevov, 1v2. He needed that onto Ada Captain immediately, but he's picked off, and the round goes to FUT. A narrow margin in it, though. They crash. They know that he's potentially going to TP onto the site. Oh, nice pick by Krax. Clay pigeon shooting, finding that in the TP. Very much expected, but Les gets the element of surprise up top. Pounces for a double, but that's all he'll get. Sevov in a familiar position, but the spike not planted this time, and players everywhere. Great adjustment by FUT.
No, I will fall back to site and play nice and calm. And so he gets down to the 20-second mark there, going in blind, and now he's back to his old tricks. Knowing he's up against smoke will be there to cover him and still just surviving within this smoke. Even potentially going to go through it. That's the spike on the ground. Another coming up with Ada Captain finally making that long rotation through. While only one standing, Sevov in these same positions again and again and again. Taking the Fnatic comp from yesterday that beat FUT, like using the exact same composition. The thing is, I think Fnatic are always very good at those very late round executions.
Where they are playing back, allowing Vitality to take the space, confident on their crunches after. With Krax down, there's still more players than they should expect. Zeus saves the day with the double. Just one left, and he'll clean him up to make it a weaker play. The fact that you've got Yenajay holding on to that control to play up from vents, they can put pressure on from every side. That's what Vitality tried to do. Try and fail. As those players in vent fall, as this round seems to come crumbling down. 20 seconds again, feeling the pressure of that clock as we get deep into the round. 14 seconds, they need to get a move on. And we know that this site is stacked heavy every time. Salvos slow them and the round's already done. There is no way for that plant to come through, but they can cause damage. They can bleed the credits, maybe not dry, but a little bit lower.
It ends the same.
Fortunately,
catch them off guard, pressure placed onto Krax. He's actually going to use the Nightfall just to try and get him out of there, and Safe has done well, but Yenajay has done even better! It's 2 kills already! When you avoid the A site, you won't be running into Zeus. But they are running into Zeus. Homed in on the angle, nice shot on the first. Ada Captain is there, but I don't think he wants to overface this one. Viper's Pit might be utilized. Never mind, Ada Captain does want to do that. And with the tail utility going in, the Salvos is going to deny them a plant. They've only got 10 seconds to try and get this in. Paranoia being sent through, TP behind it, and whoa, that's a nasty surprise. Sevov in another 1v3. Hasn't gone well.
Yeah, and even if Mr. Fallen loses that fight, second player won't be able to trade him out from behind that wood. They're taking everything except for prisoners.
Flash. Oh, actually, Dirk has managed to correct his aim. It's a surprise he gets away with that one. Tries to survive the second, and while Ada Captain with an immediate trade. No one shot the horn. They were too busy thinking about, okay, who's going to shoot it so we don't give the full game away. And now they've got to try and run into a stack site. It's a bit of a whiff from Mr. Fallen, but the time is ticking once again. They managed to clear at least one of them. That leaves it down to the remaining two. One of the best scenarios we've seen for Vitality so far. Mistakes were definitely made, but they could look to rectify. Patient stuff, the trade back, and out of Captain finds him through the smoke. It was the best chance of Vitality, even with everything going, oh, completely wrong. And yeah, gone. Flex the spray at the end of the round out of Captain. You have earned it. 7
for them. Big mistake, a big cost paid. And a Captain was blind, and he still tagged up Durka. Now he's taking another, fakes the TP out, and it almost worked.
Of Cracks versus Sivov could end up being incredibly important. It's such an unorthodox position, and Sivov with another triple kill. We've seen so many in that first map. Yedeje looking to try and push through and clear him, and actually Let's has gone down. He's been taken out by the salvos. That's the Viper's been gone. Yedeje now finds another. This was looking like, again, a great opportunity. And now Sivov, he needs to ace. He needs to find it all for them to be able to win this already. Looking to try and tag that to half, and his head has been spotted over the top of the box. It will be the defusal coming in for FUT, and I don't...
Put into the backside. Here comes the showstopper. Weaker weapons in play, certainly on safe, but that rocket will make up for it. Mr. Fallen down and out. And this is the best chance they've had so far. 5v4 conversion is high. This was a 5v3, but we're back to equal footing. Safe trying to pull it back, but he's dropped by Zeus. And again, the pressure put on as the flanker's down. It's all onto Kicks. This looked like a shoo-in, a third round at last. But instead, it's another clutch for Vitality. Not Sivov this time, but still an impossible task with Zeus putting up the quad kill for 9 rounds. FUT are hammering Vitality. They're one of the best teams. Might have even said the best, but certainly way above the average when it comes to 5v4 conversions, and a 5v3 lost. Recovering here with a third round would be nice.
No.
Now the Captain stayed in the corner.
They have to check it. He's done stuff like this so many times as well, just with these bait TPs. Cracks is already into support though, hiding within, and they don't expect him. I think he even got tagged by a vulnerable from Yedeje from above, and a Captain is still somehow here. Eventually, again, it goes down to running out of ammo.
This though stacked up on the backside of firing squad, an impossible task for Yedeje. He swings in, and he's out of the round. Vitality 3.
And also the fact that they're yet to win this map this year. This would be the first, maybe when they need it most. An aggressive start into the round, but it is Durka to start. We're back in a 5v4.
Pistol essential here for Vitality. And Durka's already grabbed himself a double Kicks, steps up to the plate for more. It's Cracks isolated in the open to finish out the round.
Vitality so far, they are definitely on FUT side. There really isn't an argument to be had there.
Even in a round like this, I'm nervous. Nice conversion, nice pick on Ada Captain lurking out on B. The opening pick going to FUT made me a little bit scared, especially with the stat we just saw. But I imagine that's hampered a little bit when your opponents are on classics. Range very much in Vitality's favor, and it's Kicks to pretty much secure this one. Mr. Fallen, it's not like he's got a Bucky. It's just a classic to play with on backside.
Doesn't have a Bucky or his ultimate.
Exactly, yeah.
Those two things might be able to save him, and well, they now know exactly where he is. A big round from Kicks as well. Farming up those additional ultimate orbs towards that nightfall. Definitely going to be important. And that's the thing, I look at this Vitality, the guns in hand. Zeus already just a few away from having that dimensional drift, and Durka, he's looking to try and catch a timing. He has to be careful of the flash, and in fact they both get caught. The 1-2 punch of Zeus and Cracks, and this round is already in turmoil.
Safe goes down, not an easy position to connect from. Marshall in the open on A, mid-rotate as he's picked off, and now the A site very much taken. In fact, they have so much time, and they go for an orb. And then the plant, so Zeus will have ultimate online, not expecting to have any battles to fight. And indeed he won't. Out of Captain.
No, he's not falling for that anymore. No. You have done that about
the info, one spotted. What's Zeus's idea? Salvos in play. Decoy sent, and a great flash. That is beautiful from Ada Captain. The paranoia lands, and with it the opening pick and the A site falling. Durka, the last bastion of defense. Trying to sneak forward and get some space. In fact, he's not cleared his corner.
Yeah, why would he expect that? The upper bracket matchup between FUT and Vitality. And it was 13-4 in Vitality's favor. All they have to do is convert that advantage.
Satchel out.
Durka, nice blast pack. They still win the duels though. And another for Zeus. It's a 3v2. The advantage back into FUT's court. But safe. But the operator, he's picked off a key player. The one that was on site. Now the pressure on. But it's on to safe instead. 45 HP. And a one-way smoke blocking him out from any real hope of taking this round across the line. The defuse no longer possible, saving the op, an equally difficult task. He's boxed in. The spike set to explode, the flash good, but out of captain's there. And landed. This was a big opportunity. The man advantage potentially, but now Sevov is isolated.
Face your fear.
And Safe stuck up close. He's not caught by the ult. But one player is, that might sell out the fake. They might not expect him to still be so close, and he'll get his reward, but Yedege pulls it back into their favor. Now the op, stuck behind a smoke. They need another hero showstopper, fired in for another. Vitality with a real opportunity. Both players spotted, nade in on the seas. Mr. Fallen barely survives, holding on for dear life, but Safe sends him back
To bed. Safe stepping up though. Well, it's necessary.
Absolutely. Oh!
What?
Zeus! In such a crucial time for...
A couple of other snakes within the grass. They also have to try and deal with every other piece of utility in play. At a captain, puts one more on the body pile as Vitality look like they might be going out with a whimper Sevov, unless all that stands in the way of FUT, and they will not stand much longer. FUT